All right, my friends, Disaster Strikes 130. This is the final episode here for episode 1 or chapter, stage, whatever you want to call it, for Secrets of the Silver Kingdom. And with that comes a big baddie boss, Hand of the Calamity. The question is, are you ready with me today to take this thing down? Hopefully you are, because down below we have today's timestamps as we give you the 4 T's. That's the tactics, the team, the treasure, and the toppings in order to succeed and get by and take down this boss. Now, with that said, if you got a question, if you got a comment throughout, please let me know. Also, feel free to share your teams because we have a lot of fun doing that as well. And come join us in our active Discord server. We've got a great, amazing community here. So first and foremost, as always, a couple things. This is Beast Yeast. This land radiates with the power of the beast before you unfolds a landscape unlike anything you've seen in Crispia. Additionally, special conditions, toppings, they're not going to work for you, but kind of, so hang on there. Additionally, and this is a big one, as always, Spore Dispersal. Your cookies will gain spore points whenever certain enemies use specific skills or get hit. Once the spore point meter is filled, you will gain the mushroom mutation status. In this state, your team's buff effects will be reduced and the damage they receive will be increased. The effect is stackable. Once mushroom mutation's duration is over, its targets will disperse spores around themselves. Now, we also have the healing decreased, HP shield capacity decreased, and enemies debuff resist increased. Now, we do get something pretty sweet here. We are getting 5 Guardian Strikes. This thing summons the Elder Fairy Sword, which deals critical damage to nearby enemies. The sword deals reduced damage to bosses and can dispel the target's ongoing effects for a certain period of time. This is really, really powerful and helpful for us. Now, we'll talk about that here in a second because it's a big part of our strategy to beat this boss. Now, you will run into some of these baddies up front, one wave of these sword spores and shield spores before you get to the Hand of the Calamity. Now, the Hand of the Calamity here, couple key pieces: power 278, attack, defense. It's got a lot of life. Now, it's about a 3-minute run. You should be able to get to the boss around that 230 mark. You do need to deal enough damage, and there's a key here. We'll talk about that with our team in a second. In order to take this down, obviously that's always a part, but sometimes you can run a little short on time. Sweep deals damage to the 3 nearest targets. We also have Dimensional Rift, deals damage and causes burn to all targets. Summons a monster. Ray of Destruction deals damage and causes injury to all targets. And Claws of Chaos deals damage to all targets. And Twisted Gaze deals damage to the 2 nearest targets, determining amplifying the damage they receive. Targets cookies first. All these things are very important. We're going to talk about that here in our strategy. Dimensional Shield passive applies spore count to enemies and decreases incoming damage. Enemies' damage resist is temporarily dispelled when struck with the Guardian Strike. So keep that in mind as well. And that's a big one in terms of your timing with the Guardian Strike. Damage resist is temporarily dispelled when struck with Guardian Strike. Again, big one. All right, so a couple things here. This is the team that we will use to get by, and here's why it's very important. So let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit. During the skill set and the move set that the boss has, targets the first 2 and the first 3. So you want to make sure at a minimum you got 3 in the front here. There's a lot of strategies out there around running 4 healers. As an example, just keep Creme Brûlée alive. But the big thing to pay attention to is actually you just don't want Creme Brûlée in your front 2. Why? Because that 3 hit, that's going to deal enough damage and eventually actually kill him. So this is the trick to getting by this boss and keeping Creme Brûlée alive. You can see I kind of only have 2 healers. We also got the shield protection here with Financier. That is actually going to go on GC. And again, front 3 and 2 are going to take most of the damage. So that is the key piece to this particular team and strategy. Now, again, damage is primarily coming from Creme Brûlée. Creme Brûlée surviving is going to be a necessity or a necessity for you to get by. This is what will help you, and that is the strategy in order to succeed. Now, on top of that, we are focused on attack and also cooldown. So here, Old Pilgrim Scroll, Dream Conductor's Whistle, and Squishy Jelly Watch. Now you could be on speed if you wanted to. You could think about Vial. You could go Sleepyhead Jelly Watch here. You could, if you need a little bit more defense, Disciples Magic Scroll. If you want to go the crit route, Grim Looking Sigh. And again, if you need a little bit more survivability, Gatekeepers is there for you too. And lastly, don't forget, if you end up getting to the wire a lot of times, flip in the insignia of Indomitable Knights. We don't need everything to survive, you just need one. So that can be a big one there for you too to think about. In terms of our toppings, very important here. Now again, bonus effects are deactivated. However, we do have topping guides and biscuit guides here on the channel. Check those out. Now, in particular here, we are on damage resist, we're on attack here, we're on cooldown, we're on attack, and we're on cooldown here. Now, the big piece though, as always, let's go ahead and look at Creme Brûlée. You can see all the details here. We do have a biscuit. Make sure you have biscuits. That is super helpful for you. You're going to want this additional 4% there. Obviously, if you don't have them, you can go farm them. You can use the other ones as well. Every bit helps, and obviously the more that you can get stacked on here is gonna ultimately end up providing for your team against what the toppings did before, so you want those biscuits. Now additionally here, you'll see I don't have one here on Snap. You could end up using one if you wanted to, but really what you're going to focus on, these ones in particular, is cooldown. I don't have any of that except for the one on Parfait, but we'll keep it here anyway. And then additionally here, same thing, we're at 10 on this, 75 biscuit there, 80 biscuit there, just so that you can see where all my statistics are as well, and where my cookies are for a baseline for yourself and a benchmark. So let's go ahead. We've talked through the tactics, we talked through the boss, we gave you the team, the toppings, and the treasures in order to get through this. Let's go ahead and run with the team, because we still have a very important thing here, Guardian Strike. So as we go into it here, there's two things to keep in mind with the Guardian Strike. As it said, it can do that temporary disables the damage resist. So one way to do that is you can drop it right before you start nuking here with Creme Brûlée and GC. The other thing that I like to do, and what you'll see is, because you're going to get swarmed with a lot of these other baddies, you want to pay a lot of attention to when the Hand of Calamity drops those things, and then make sure that you absolutely drop, like right now, boom, that before you take too much damage. That can become an issue for your team in order to help you not get by and succeed. Now, as you can see, there's those bigger jumps in that damage because of that as well, which is very crucial. The other reason why you have pure vanilla in here is, as you can see, you will be taking injury throughout. There we go. Drop it. Get down. You will be taking injury damage throughout. You absolutely need PV to remove that injury to help you get by the Hand of Calamity here. All right, we got 3 left, waiting on these baddies. And here they go. Done. Right away, if we can get Creme Brûlée off, there you go. You'll see some of that damage move a little bit quicker. Not necessarily perfect timing there. Creme Brûlée getting a little close on health. So we need to get some of these heals up. All right, big baddies. We're almost there. It's getting so close. 7 million left. 6 million with a minute left. Creme Brûlée's damage going in. Get ready, get ready. Here they come. Drop it. Creme Brûlée on. Look at that damage. Perfect timing there. Lots and lots of damage in. Now, we are out. However, the good news is, the good word is, we did it. And there you have it, your full-blown guide in order to succeed and take down Hand of the Calamity, my friends. That is the key for you here today. So with that, let's pull it all back together. 130 disaster strikes. We've taken down the Hand of Calamity. We've given you the four T's, the tactics, the team, the treasures, and the toppings, which includes those biscuits, by the way, in order to succeed and ultimately beat the boss. As you can see with my team as well, you can do it with a Creme Brûlée that doesn't even have 1 star. Look at that. Then this is the rest of my team as well as a free-to-play player. So I hope you had a lot of fun today. You now understand how to get by the Hand of Calamity. Again, key pieces there, 3 nearest, also the monsters, as well as 2 nearest. By keeping Creme Brûlée in the back, he's not going to take as much damage. That is really, really key to that success in order to take down this boss. Now, with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I appreciate you tuning in, and I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we grow this amazing community here. On top of that, as always, thank you to all the members. It's a great way to support the channel. We do have memberships available to you down below as well. You can check those out. And on top of that, affiliate links, if you're looking for other things there, as it's a great way. And socials, stay connected, because I love to hear from you. I love to see your posts. I love to be tagged and things. It's a lot of fun for me, and I enjoy that. With that, I hope you enjoyed today's episode one last time. Best of luck. Hand of the Calamity is all yours now. And guess what? More is coming. So stay tuned. And in the meantime, we got a ton of great CookieRun Kingdom content here on the channel for you, and a ton of Beast Yeast stuff and a ton of update stuff. So stay tuned. Take care, my friends. Calamity no more.